Absolutely. And I think for all of us, I want to just keep reiterating there cannot be anything that we need to keep running from. And there is such a tendency, as we've seen with this financial problem, to keep trying to bail out or push on or move away from. And we need to dive into and stop looking for a solution that's just a quick solution that just digs us deeper into the problem.
Well, I agree with that. I'll tell you what, I really had hoped when Obama got elected, I don't usually talk about politics, but I really hoped that he would get on TV and say, you know, we are way overspending. We're crazy. We have to stop. We must just cut back. It's time to cut back. Everyone should find a way to start cutting back. We'll be there for you, blah, blah, blah. And instead, he just started spending. Right. And it's like giving an alcoholic, you know, the prescription of 40 cases of scotch, but when you're close to the end, promise that you're going to quit drinking. It's just not going to happen. And so we're going further and further into a kind of nasty mess that because no one has the courage to face up to the fact that the old world is going and almost gone, actually.
Exactly. Yeah. And if it's interesting, you know, we look at what is actually collapsing is our fantasy. That's what credit cards are.
Exactly, yes.
So anything that is fantasy is dissolving, and it will come crashing down. There is no doubt.
Yeah, and it's virtual. The money system was a virtual system. The everything. The banking system was a virtual system. The government is going to turn out before long to look and appear to be nothing but just virtual reality. And the only problem is, of course, people are getting killed in wars for these people living in their fantasy worlds, and that's really a shame. Hopefully, that will be the first thing that ends.
Today being Veterans Day, you know, we really feel for these people who are putting their lives down for what?
Exactly.
Nothing, and we don't even know what we're doing anymore. Who we're fighting, what we're fighting for. I'm not even sure there's even a cohesive entity called the United States anymore. I'm not really convinced of that anymore. So this is all going to fall apart, and instead of panicking, people need to take a deep breath. They need to do what I constantly tell them to do, which is take up something like yoga or Tai Chi or Zen meditation or prayer, something that they do every day to keep themselves calm in the storm, and have your faith in the fact that, you know, this thing's going to end up being okay. It's just the time period between now and then is going to be pretty rough.
And to pick up their power, which they've given away, or we all give away, certainly over the last 2,000 years. This is the time to take back your power and not wait for something or someone to do it for you, which is what you mentioned, Jay. You know, there's not going to be someone comes to do this. This is it. We are it. And that should make us feel good, not
I call it the Messiah complex. We have to get away from this Messiah. It's almost a psychotic reaction. Yeah. And we have to realize that we may have been duped into believing this Messiah complex by the Romans maybe or something in order to control populations.
Exactly.
And no one's coming to save us. No one. The aliens aren't coming to save us. Obama's not coming to save us. No one's coming to save us. Sorry. We have to realize that, and we have to move towards a place where we are the ones creating our own culture.
Yes. And that should make us feel good, because it means that we can get on and we can work together in community to make what we want in our small community rather than waiting for a government to tell us what to do.
That is so refreshing to hear that. I can't reiterate how much I agree with that, because I'm watching this and in some ways, since Obama has become president, people have, before they were actually doing things, But now suddenly everyone just thinks everything's going to be fine and they don't have to do anything. And so in some ways, it's been worse for trying to get the change that we need to have happen because everyone thinks it's coming from the top, and there is no way it's ever going to come from the top.
Right. I think those days are over, whether it's a president or if it's a pope or it's a teacher or a guru. We have to understand that is the end of this age.
Yes,
now
thank
within
goodness.
us all to be that.
Well, this speaks again to the heart, because we've been trained so much to look without, and the only way we really find the essence of who we are beyond all the programming and the negative emotions and all of that is to look deep within.
Yes.
There's no way around it at this point. And we're going to be saying goodnight. Thank you very, very, very much, Christine Page. You can go to her website, christinepage.com, get her book. Any last one quick sentences you want to say before we go, Christine?
Enjoy the ride.
Hey, I'm with you all the way.
Thanks you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Christine. We really appreciate it.
Take
I'm
care.
Jay Weidner, and I'm with Sharon Rose. Say goodnight, Sharon.
Good night.
You should have said goodnight, Sharon. Could have been like Gracie Allen. Anyway, we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night with Robert Lawler. It's going to be a great show. We're going to talk about the paradox of reality.
Oh, don't miss Robert.
Yeah, this will be great. So hang on. We'll see you. Thanks for listening, and talk to you tomorrow night.